Hi again and welcome to Ask the School OT. So today what I wanted to do a quick tutorial on was how to use Google Alerts. Now this message is directed for my school-based occupational therapists. I know with the kind of the hecticness of our job, it is difficult to stay on top of a lot of current information, and if you just don't want to be kind of just searching on the internet for different information that's important to your practice, Google Alerts can be a way to narrow down what you search most specifically for, and then as new information comes out, it will send you a notification to your email automatically. So what you're going to do, there's two ways you can get there. You can, if you just open a new window and you're in Google, again, this is a Chrome, this isn't a Chrome. I'm in Chrome right now, the browser, but this is a Google product. Alerts are from Google. So you can either, if I move this out a little bit, you can get to it by going through this menu here, or you can just Google Alerts. Okay, and then that'll bring you right to where you can set them up. Okay, let me increase this a little bit down now. All right. So I'm just going to go ahead and sign in so you can see the categories that I've picked, and then I can give you an example of how to set up your own. So again, you have to have a Google account to set up alerts, and then it will send your alerts to the Gmail account that you specify. So okay, so the alerts that I have created, what I want to know about, what's important kind of to my practice and keeping in the loop, I've got a search right here for, well, it won't show the whole thing, but here, let me go to edit, sorry. But it's assistive technology and developmental disabilities and school. Now what I had to do when I first started playing around with Google Alerts, if I just put in assistive technology, I got a lot of really good information, but it's not exactly specific to what I need. Like, I really just need to focus on right now the assistive technology that's used with developmental disability, individuals with developmental disabilities in the school setting. So when I click on that, you can see that you can edit how often you want to be alerted to new information in this area. So I put at most once a day. I don't get a lot of information, so but if it's a topic, like if you wanted to set up alerts like for something more mainstream, just like personal interests, like a favorite recipe or a certain celebrity that you like, you might get more alerts, and then you might want to change it to at most once a week because your email inbox might be getting full. So for these topics that I have, once a day would be okay, but I rarely get any alerts once a day. Automatic, English, any region. So I will get stories from like India. It's kind of funny. I get more stories about apps from India lately than I have from the United States, so that's why I leave any region there. And how many, I left it as the default, which is only the best results, but you can also do all results. So I didn't update anything there, but that's where you would change it and you would update it. So if you look right now, it says, the alert preview, there are no recent results for your search query. Below are existing results that match your search query. So here's a school that a story from a school that they found that would have my keywords in it between developmental disabilities, apps, and school. Okay, I'm just going to click out of that, and let's go back to some of my others. Okay, so I work for what's called the Mentor Public Schools. They're in Mentor, Ohio, so I wanted to stay alerted if anything in the news, comes up on them. School-based occupational therapy, or school-based and occupational therapy, and Medicaid. So I'm always looking for new information that will give us some clarification with this whole mess with billing for school-based occupational therapy services. I'm sure you have also encountered different ethical and legal issues with this matter, and I always want to be current with any new information out there that helps me delineate, gives me better perspective on, educationally relevant services which we do not bill for, and those services which meet the definition of medical necessity. So if anything new comes up, I look for that in alert. I guess I could also add Ohio to this, but I don't want it to be just specific to Ohio in case some other states have information. So, and again, you can see down here that there aren't any recent results, but there's some information through blogs. Might want to check that one out. A friend for special education, so that's a little more of a positive blog right there. And anyway, so you get the idea. So let me show you what this looks like what does an alert look like? First I'll go back. Yeah, the rest of my searches, apps for organization or school, apps for self-regulation, apps written expression dysgraphia, or I think dyslexia was the other part of that. So anyway, those are the type of things I want to keep most current on right now. So if I were, let me see, where was my other, let me go to my account. Nope, it's not this one, I'm sorry. How did I'm sorry, it's right here. Settings. So, and again, to set up your delivery time, I'm up early. I want to get, if any alerts come, I want them to come when I first get up in the morning and check my email. And then, the digest, do you want to receive them all in a single email? How often? I said at most once a day. And then where do you want it delivered to? I want it to the Ask the School OT Gmail account. So what does that look like? Let's go to my Gmail account. Aha! And there's some alerts so this is what it'll look like. So let's see, I haven't opened this one yet. And for just general assistive technology, this is, before I went back and narrowed the focus, look at some of the things that I got. Rosen named Legislator of the Year. Well, and it doesn't have a whole lot, if anything at all, to do with me in the school system. So I don't really need those type of things, just kind of a waste of time. So that's why I had to go back and narrow the field. Let's see what they say about developmental disabilities. Okay, Team Up for Think Differently. Those might be... Some of those might be worth it. I mean, sometimes maybe it's a little more beneficial to have a wide net to cast, but I don't know. We have such information overload for me. I need it to be a little more specific than just wading through the very general information. So anyway, that is Google Alerts, and if you use that in combination with another program called Feedly. This is another program that you can specify content that you're interested in, and you will also receive alerts. So it's kind of interesting. I set up my Feedly to one email account, and I set up my Google Alerts to a different one. So, I'm getting these different updated information to my different accounts. But anyway, that can be a useful tool as well to keep you informed and keep you up to date on the topics that will mean the most to your practice.